Hey y'all, thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite crafting resource gathering run. I found that this run allows me to avoid combat. It's very efficient, has a nice mix of rubedite ore, wood, enchantment runes, and alchemy. I gather everything. And this run it's in kind of a popular place to go resource gathering, but the volume is such that I just find it to be most efficient, and I'm ready to share it with you all. So basically, the first thing I'm going to do, make sure you eat your stamina food. If you haven't checked out my other video that gives you some tips for you new players, how to maximize your stamina, some skills to focus on, be sure to check that out on my channel. Eat your stamina recovery food. Make sure you equip your stamina gear if you have some. You want to get some. For me, I choose Coward's Gear because that gives me a little sprint bonus. It's passive whenever I sprint, and it works for me. Okay. So this run is on the island of Betnik. We start off on the Southern Way Shrine. Basically, we're going to make our way up here, all the way down. We're going to come around the island. Basically, there's some ins and outs. We're going to make our way all the way up here. Okay, and then we're going to come back down. It'll reset the timer, so it'll cost you 146 gold to recall there, but it's definitely worth it. Alright, so once you get to your Southern Way Shrine, come out. Now I'm using the Harvester add-on. Highly recommend it. That's what all these icons are that you'll see here. Basically, you come out. If that guy's there, go grab it. Again, this is a popular island. Both for you'll see new players here, but you'll also see players like myself who are just here gathering. So basically, head northwest up the road, and then split these rocks and keep going straight ahead. Okay. Alright, now I pick up everything because everything sells. Alright, sometimes there'll be a node there. Again, this avoids combat for the most part throughout the process. You will have to fight a couple of times. Sometimes there'll be a rubedite ore node here, grab it. So when you split those rocks, there's a little, it's kind of a big alcove. We're going to come up this way. Okay, and you're not going to go into the cemetery. Okay, but the cemetery is just behind these rocks here, over in there. Alright, but what we're going to do, just make a little circle, because I like that. I like getting the ore. So once you come back down, sometimes there's a node there. Now here, I always check. I don't mess with this wasp unless there's silk right there in front of the wasp. I don't kill them. I like my silk. Grab this wood, and we're going to head across the road here, just so you can see where we are. Okay, we're right here. We're going to head across the road. Okay, and sometimes there'll be a node there, but you really want the silk. Okay, now there are wasps all in here, but if you stay in the middle, you can be pretty combat free. Okay, come up here, sometimes there'll be silk there, there's always wood. Now this rubedite here, we're going to head down this alley, but I always grab this first because you can usually avoid contact with that wasp if you're quick. Right, and then come back down because there's always a little collection of nodes in here. Get a nice mixture. Now from here, this is when I kick off the mount, right? Because we're going to shoot through here. If you have charging maneuver, kick it off. And you're going to shoot down this alley. Grab these nodes here. Now we're on the coast. Okay, every one of these rubedite nodes, ore on PC server sells for about 40 gold, 45 gold, 47 gold a pop. Your alchemy nodes, those can go anywhere from 30 to 200, depending on what you're picking up. So just head straight across here. Okay, now we're going to head up back towards the road again. We're going to avoid the cemetery. We're not going to go in there. There's a nice little chunk of resource gathering. The wood's a little cheaper. I tend to refine that. That's about 30 gold a piece, though. Right, this lady smock, though, that's about 150 gold per. enchantment nodes, you know, depending on what you get, you will get plenty of Kuda. Now here I also kick the mount off, charging maneuver, shoot down. Now here's where one of your combat things will come in. So we'll kill this wolf. We'll grab this wood. Now usually down here I'll check. You can see the silk. If it's there, I'll go get it. Otherwise I skip that. And I'm just, because we're mainly heading up this way, right? So we're gonna head up the coast. There are some Rubinite nodes here. Now there's gonna be a wolf right here. Kill this one. Now there's a wood node over there. I don't usually bother with it. I just come up here, just because you end up having to fight. And this is all about efficiency. So from here, there's a little stretch of dirt. So we're just gonna shoot past that, charging maneuver. There's a node there, which this guy's trying to grab or not. All right, so just jump on your horse. All right, looks like someone's been through here, and that does happen. Again, this is a popular place. Okay, but you can see where all the nodes are with the harvester add-on. Okay, so right now I'm seeing that my nodes are not populated. So all you need to do, kick your horse off. If you have charging maneuver, on there. Alright, now once you get here, I like to head across the water. Alright, go up and grab this one. Again, there's minimal combat here. What I'm gonna do right now. White cap is like 20 gold, but I gather everything, so it all sells. Gold is gold. Alright. Again, when there's little stretches, just jump on the horse. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna start heading inland. There's a lot of Rubinite ore up in this area. Okay, but this is where you start to get a lot of competition for the nodes. It's alright by me because there's a ton of them, right? So I always do a check up there. If that Rubinite ore is available, I'll go grab it. Otherwise I come back through and this looks like it's been now. Here I head up. And again, if you start running this, you're going to find your own favorites. You'll take some offshoots and stuff. This is really just a guide to show you, and you can see just in this video all the nodes that are available here, right? Even though a ton of them are taken, very little combat, and even what combat there is with low-level stuff, right? You can pretty much kill it with your main hand weapon. Okay, so from here we've got a little stretch of road. I only ever mount up when I've got a little stretch to run, because it takes a while to call your mount. So right here, sometimes you'll find stuff. Always double check, because you're kind of backtracking here through stuff you've already gone through. Right, but if there's nothing there, mount right up. So what we're going to do is head right up this road on the left. We're going to just check. Now right here, we just came up through and did a little circle. We came up through this area down here, but I always look, because sometimes this thing will have repopped if it wasn't there. Come back through. And you've got a few nodes in here. So now we're going to head back across and through here. So just do a check, get on your mount, do a check down by the coast here. Sometimes you'll see those nodes are available up in there. If they're not, go right back to the road, grab your Rubinite ore. Cornflowers, 200 gold a pop. Okay, now here I've got another little circle. Now, initially, when I started this out, I was sticking to the roads, I stuck to the coast, and basically, all I did was stayed off the roads. I hit the coast. Now, as you can see right here, we're all the way up here now. So we started off here, we came down through, went down on the coast, and then we came up, and we've made our way in through here. Now, initially I stayed on the roads, but I found these little pockets that had nodes that were always left. A lot of the gatherers will just run the coast, you know, they'll run the coast on this island and that's it. Inland, you'll find more success. So, you know, as you get using this run, you're going to find your own little pockets of stuff that you use. Now, when you get this one, always check here, because again, another bonus you can get by picking up all the nodes is every once in a while you're going to find that you get an ethereal dust. Now, when you get an ethereal dust, those, at least on PC server, those things sell for anywhere from 80 to 90,000 gold. They're very rare, but I've picked up, I don't even know how many, probably 10, 11 of them, just running this run on Betnik over the course of a couple of months. So they do drop. They like I said, they're very rare, but when you do get them, it's definitely worth it. So up here, I usually check now. Up this run, there's a bunch of rubidite ore. I check to see if this one's popped, which it is. If it's not popped, I'll show you where I go. I just basically skip coming up through here because there's a sky shard right there. Right there's a sky shard, and it tends to get farmed pretty frequently. So I don't always bother coming up through here, but like you can see, there's nodes everywhere. And again, Master Gatherer on that Lover node, if you haven't seen the other video, I talk about it there a lot. And why it's so beneficial to do that for your gathering character. It cuts down the farm time. You know, it's one whack and you're done. And as you can see here, we caught it at a good time. There's not a ton of people. Now, when you farm this guy here, that's where we were when I was talking about checking up the road. And sometimes I'll just come straight across. If that initial node isn't there, I assume it's been farmed. That little alley we just went through. But if it's popped, I'll go up through there. Just because, like you saw, there's so many nodes. So stick to the wall once you come through, right? We're basically zigzagging through. So we just came down here. Now we're going to come back up through. We're making a little S route. Right. So once we get these, we're going to stay to the wall. And then up in here, you've got a nice little vein of ore. So if we come down through, there should be a ton of these. You can see them all, right? I always, when I'm seeing a bunch of nodes, put priority on getting the ore. Because if you refine them, you can get tempers, so you want as much of these as possible. Now right here, this whole pocket, a ton of nodes in here. Right? So you want to come up through. Probably didn't need to do that, but did it anyway. Alright. Now that alchemy node, I'll only grab that if it's something expensive. Cornflower sells for 200 gold, so I'm going to go grab it. If it was like wormwood or a white cap or something, I'm not going to bother. Right? But, so the goal here though is we're going to head up that path there once we gather everything. But again, I don't leave nodes unfarmed, so I grab everything. Whenever you mount it, kick that charging maneuver off, because it does stick with you when you're sprinting. Again, I have the coward's gear, so I'm always going at 30% anyway, but it's huge. So as you can see, this run, you know, we're pretty fortunate in that, at least right now, I mean, the time where I am, it's about 9:30 in the morning, and usually that's a little bit late, but like I said, there are so many nodes here that even if you do hit this island at the wrong time, you're gonna be fine, right? There's so much to do, and you can, you know, this is my run. You're gonna find little pockets that work for you, and literally this island is so full of nodes, you can't go wrong. I mean, the key thing that you want to, that I found I like to avoid is fighting. When I'm gathering, I'm gathering. And this run, this allows me to just focus on one node to the other, just banging it. Now up here, all I'm going to do is just grab this wood, and we're going to head down into this. It's kind of a hidden alcove. So right now, just so you can see where we are, okay, we're way up here, all right? So what we're going to do is head down into this area. Sometimes people find it, but it's so out of the way, and it's kind of a dead end. A lot of times they don't, but there are like 5 ore nodes in there. So what I do here is we do a little zigzag across the river. So come down in here, hit node there, right? I jump across the river, get this one. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a little zigzag, right? So you come up and then hit this little thing, jump over it. Okay. There's another ore up here. Ton of ore in this area. Now across the river here, I usually get a little running start. I probably don't need to. It's just the way to do it. Okay, now up top, there's a node up there. Since you've got the sprint, you just kick it off. Now here, you've got to jump up on this unless you want to swim it, which is fine. This just goes a little bit. Jump up. You see another node here. Okay, now here, kick off your charging maneuver. Kick off your charging maneuver. Ramp your mount. Run the coast here. Okay. And this is a little hidden area. Okay. Grab your rubidite ore. And you're gonna mount up, because again we got another little stretch. So maybe as quick as possible. Another ore. Back down here, and this ends my run. Okay, so from here you'll see where we are. We've started down here, we've come all the way up down through, and now we're here. So what I'll do is I'm going to teleport. Back here for 146 gold, and then we'll just run it again. So just how you can see, I was in single digits for ore, so we'll just see what we got for new stuff in that run. Again, a lot of the nodes were taken, but we did pretty well on the ore for 10 minutes. Actually, I'm just going to go grab this real quick. I grab everything. So we'll just take a look at the inventory, see where we're at for nodes that we gathered. So we got 200. I think I had 7 ore when I started. I probably should have shown you guys that. So we got 220 ore, and then raw silk we got. I think I had single digits because I just refined everything before I ran this video. So we got about 70, say 70 silk, and so the silk is 50. That's 50 gold a whack, and then so we had about 100. We'll call it 100 ash. So, you know, that's 30, so you're looking at what, 3,000, and then, so what, well, just for math's sake, we'll call it 70, so it's at 3,500, and then call it 200, so what's that, 8,000, so in that one run, 10 minutes, just with the raw materials, you're looking at about 15 grand in gold. Now, you could obviously refine these, and sometimes you get some tempers out of it. But what you can see is over the course of an hour, this took about 10 minutes, multiply that by 6. So you're looking at between 70, 80 grand easy. And again, I was talking and through that and stuff like that. So really beneficial, minimal fighting. And then every once in a while, make sure you check your provisioning, because that's where you'll find ethereal dust if it shows up. I miss it a lot. But sometimes you'll pop into that provisioning tab and you'll see it sitting there, and then it's a great bonus, right? And then I always check enchanting because I miss the Kuda sometimes when those pop up. Don't happen to have any of those in this run either. But so I'll run this for a couple hours. I'll run it till my my stamina food kicks out, and that is Batika the Honeypot. Thanks for watching. I'll be adding more videos. Please feel free to subscribe. I hope this helps some of you. And have a great day.